been watching it for years, and I think I can do this. And I haven't been working due to the virus, so I said, well, I can put my time to do something useful. And luckily, I have a great niece that was willing to help me behind the camera, and my daughter that's willing to taste test. So today I'm going to cook out of the Cravings cookbook by Chrissy Teigen. I'm really not a cook, but my oldest daughter introduced me to this cookbook, and I've made a few things, and I'm going to tell you, I love them. Usually I cook very low cal, but I said, hey, if she cooks like this and she looks the way she looks, I'm good for it. So today we're going to be making her balsamic glazed Brussels sprouts. Now they have bacon, dried cranberries, walnuts, and blue cheese. Sounds like a lot going on, but I'm going to tell you it's very good. And the other recipe I'm going to do is the sweet chili and mustard glazed salmon fillets, which my husband is a commercial fisherman, does not like salmon, does not eat anything farm raised. Loved it, loved it. And when I give friends a recipe, I tell them I use a book, they go, did you follow it like it said? Because I always change it. Her recipes, I didn't have to change a thing. They are perfect. So we're gonna get started with the Brussels sprouts because they take the longest and they have the most ingredients. I have pre-measured because you don't wanna watch me with a measuring cup and measuring spoons. So just let me go over the ingredients. Okay, we have 1.5 pounds of Brussels sprouts. I already have them, cleaned them. Then we have 15 cloves of garlic. Sounds like a lot of garlic. The only thing I did differently was she said peel them. I peeled them and smashed them because I don't like to bite into a big piece of garlic. 1/2 cup of olive oil, some kosher salt and freshly cracked pepper. I cheat on the black pepper. I buy it in a thing that's freshly cracked. Now the honey balsamic glaze, we're going to need 1/4 cup. She has the recipe for that, so just let me tell you, it's like 1/2 cup of balsamic vinegar. You don't have to buy anything too expensive, and 1/2 cup of honey. Put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, let it simmer, reduce. That is going to make too much than what you need. I put it in my little squeezy. Keep it in the fridge, put it on chicken, put it on my salad, love it. Then you're going to need 4 slices of bacon. Honestly, bacon makes everything better, right? I would have put 6, but I kept to the 4 because I want to look like her. 1/2 cup of toasted walnuts, chopped. Take your walnuts, don't cheat. My mother always cheated with this. Put them in the oven if you have a toast oven, toast them a little, chop them. Great. 1/2 cup of dried cranberries, which is right over there. You can buy those in a package. And 1/4 cup of crumbled blue cheese. Buy a good blue cheese, gonna make the difference. Okay, so I think that's it. Now we can get started. I have preheated my oven, the top one, to 450. Okay, so we're good there. Now we're gonna put in a big bowl. I was gonna get a see-through glass one, but I love my Pioneer Woman stuff. This isn't sponsored or anything, but I just love all her stuff. Love it. Okay, and I'm reading off the book, of course, because this isn't my recipe, right? So I'm going to toss the Brussels sprouts. Put them in there. Goodness, good thing I got a nice sized bowl. And then I'm going to toss the garlic. All this garlic, okay? Got the garlic. Olive oil. Put that right in there. My salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Okay, now we're going to toss it. I forgot to get a tosser. Hold on, I get a fork right here. Okay, now we're just going to toss this all. Nice toss. Okay. Toss again. Now we're going to put it one layer on a baking sheet. Of course, I line mine with foil and parchment paper because I don't like the cleanup involved. And once again, my Pioneer Woman, the little spatula, I want to take all the oil because that's what makes it not stick and taste good, right? Okay, we're gonna put this into one layer. One nice layer here. Make sure the garlic's with everything. I want them all to get that nice flavor. Make sure they're all nicely coated. Okay. Now we're going to put it in the oven that's set at 450 for about 20 minutes. Don't want them on top of one another. I just like to flip them. Okay, I think we're good. Now don't mind me because I'm short and my husband didn't want to be in the video and I got to get on my little stool to get in my top oven. I have to adjust it. Okay. And we're going to put it in this 450 preheated oven for about 20 minutes. And I'll be back. Okay, now we're going to make the sweet chili and mustard glazed salmon fillets. This is the easiest recipe you're ever going to see. So we're going to need 4 6-ounce skin-on salmon, and you have to put some kosher salt and black pepper all over them. I've already done that. Okay. They have to be about 6 ounces a piece, give or take, okay? Then we have 2/3 of a cup of the sweet chili sauce. I just buy this one right here. You can buy a store name. I don't think it makes a difference. 2 tablespoons, and I can't say this name, but it's sambal oliek. And it's really ground fresh chili paste, okay? You can get this in your grocery store in the Asian section, or you can order it on Amazon. 2 tablespoons. And any large grain mustard you like. 2 tablespoons of that. What you're going to do here is you're going to put this all into one bowl and combine. Now, if you don't like spicy, be very careful with this chili paste. Okay? Don't mind my dog, she hears the dog next door. Okay, so we're going to combine all this. Now, this is the sweet chili. And the large grain mustard. Mix this all together. Okay, mix it all together really, really well. I mean, this recipe is so easy. So now I'm going to go over to the stove. And I'm going to pour this into my cast iron skillet. Let me take this utensils out of here so maybe you can see better. That better? Okay, so now we're just going to put this here. Oh, this is sauce. Okay. And I'm just going to check my book, but I believe we have to bring this to somewhat of a set. Now we're going to let this bubble, okay? Doesn't take long. And I'm going to bring my salmon over here, right by my stove I'm using. Is my oil in the way, huh? So now, anybody that has cooked salmon, I know for a fact they have cooked it skin side. Well, not Chrissy. And don't even question it. She cooks her skin side up. And you're going to see, it's great. So once this comes to somewhat of a little simmer, I'm going to put my salmon fillets in there, skin side up, and it's going to be the quickest 2 minutes, okay? But in the meantime, this is going to go in my broiler. So I'm going to preheat my broiler. Okay, on my bottom oven. And I think it's hot. Make sure your rack is 6 inches from your broiler because you don't want to char it, okay? Oh, look at this. Already came to my simmer, okay? It's already simmering. So now I'm gonna take my handy dandy tongs here, skin side up. I don't have a really huge cast iron skillet, but I think this is 4 pieces. Yeah, they fit a little tight, but they're good. I'm gonna move this over here. Okay. And I'm going to cook this until the salmon starts to turn a pale pink. So it's going to be, I'd say about 2 minutes. So I'm not just going to stand here looking at you. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. 1 second for you. Thank you. We have our salmon. It's turned a pale pink. Let me see if I can hold it up. Can you see that? You don't want it fully cooked, so it's a pale pink. Now we're going to make the move. See it all nice and bubbly? It just, I wish I had smell-o-vision. It smells delish. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. Should have brought my spoon, that's okay. My pot holders. And this is going to go in the broiler 6 inches from the broiler. Keep a good eye on this. This is only going to take about 4 minutes. What we want to do is crisp up the skin, okay? See that, how it's in there? It's about 6 inches. I wouldn't put it any higher. Okay, now we're going to close that. Let me check on the Brussels sprouts. See how they're doing? Oh, look, they're looking lovely. Lovely. Okay, so I'll be right back. The salmon will be done. The Brussels sprouts will be done. We'll toss everything together and we'll start to plate it. Now, this is what you want. The Brussels sprouts are just about ready to come out. They're getting nice and crispy. We're going to toss them with the bacon, the blue cheese, the balsamic. Oh, and don't forget those cranberries, but I'm looking forward to them in the bacon. Okay, let's check on the salmon. Now, the salmon, it says 4 minutes, but the broiler really scares me. So I put it a little lower. You want the skin crispy. Some people eat the skin, some don't. I particularly do not eat it. Okay. So we're going to take out our Brussels sprouts. They've been in there for about 20 minutes. See how they're looking? But we want to toss them a little bit more. Toss them. And I believe they're going back in just for another 10. So toss it, get them all well coated, let them marry up with that garlic. Loving on each other. And so we tossed them. Now, I'm going to go back over. Put them in there for another 10. Just to get them a little crispy. Okay. Let me check on our salmon. Oh, that's about ready to come out. I'm going to give it another minute. Okay. Here comes the main star of our dinner. Oh, the salmon. Look at this. Take a good look at it. It is delicious. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to put that here. Check on the Brussels sprouts, which I believe, oh, they're ready to come out. We're going to take them out. Okay, these are going to need a little more work now. We got them here. Let me just get my handy dandy cookbook. Okay, so now what we're going to do with these, get them all, we're going to transfer them to a platter. My pioneer woman once again. Okay, let me get a little spatula here. So we're going to put them all in the platter. Oops. See what I mean about using the parchment paper? Very little cleanup. Makes your life easier. I'm going to toss them all here. Oh, I wish you could smell them. Oh, they smell delicious. Okay, we're going to toss them all. Look at that. Wonderful. I don't know about you guys, but I love Brussels sprouts. Love it. I was never a fan of them, but I learned how to cook them, and I know they love balsamic vinegar. Okay, so we got all that. Let me put this over here out of the way. Okay, let me bring my tray over with all my goodies. Okay, so we're going to toss in the balsamic. I'm going to pour it all over. Oh, that balsamic looks good. Now we're going to put the dried cranberries. Okay, we're going to just give it a toss. Give it a little toss. Let it all get together and know one another. Okay. Now, the toasted almonds. I could eat these by the handful, but I promise I didn't touch them. Didn't. Trying to look like Chrissy. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put the bacon now. And I honestly only put 4 slices of bacon, just what the recipe called for. Normally I would go overboard. Now you can see how this is all coming together. Now the blue cheese, okay, this is like a garnish. We're going to sprinkle it over the top. Let me take this out of you guys. Out of your way. Can close the cookbook now. Oops, put that there. There you go, people. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy. Okay, now I'm going to plate it, and I'm going to have my daughter come in, and she's going to taste test, and she's brutally honest. Put it all plated here nicely, and let's get the critic and see what she says. Kayla, dinner. There you go, honey.
Oh.
And be very
Always honest, brutally honest.
That is no.
Do you want me to make you cry?
No.
So what did you cook?
I never cry. So I cooked out of that Chrissy Teigen cookbook. Yeah. Oh, I've paired this with a nice Pinot Noir. Okay.
Oh, very good.
So that's the Chrissy Teigen salmon, her Brussels sprouts. Oh, and I did add just plain white balsamic rice. Nothing fancy. Basmati, I'm sorry. Basmati rice. Nothing fancy. Okay, give it a try.
All right. So there. I'll try the salmon and the rice first.
Let me know if it's cooked well.
I don't eat the skin.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Wow.
Get a little bit of the sauce in there with it.
It's really good. Let's see. Doesn't even taste like fishy.
Oh, good. Try the Brussels sprouts, because I know you're not one for a lot going on in there.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Oh, you're liking that, huh? Somebody that doesn't care for salmon. Like I said, you won't even know you're eating salmon.
What's that, nut in there?
Yeah, it's walnuts roasted. It's got some cranberries. Got the blue cheese, some balsamic.
Do you want me to criticize you on or off?
No, be honest. We're not cutting this out. It's really not my recipe, but...
I would have to say, I think this would make a great, especially with the virus, not a lot of people going out to eat, a good date night meal.
And it's very easy.
Easy, simple,
Yes.
doesn't break the bank.
Right.
I'm here
the
for it.
salmon's a little costly.
Yeah, but how often, you know what I mean? It's a date night.
Right.
What would you spend if you went out to eat, right?
Oh, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
If there's anything else you'd like me to do, just let me know. I have some of my own recipes. Do me a favor. If you like this, please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe.
Come on, give Dee Dee some love.
Thank you.
Bye, dolls.